Ready, set, go.
Hey guys, Leroy here. We're starting part 2 now because we've gone a little long-winded for some reason.
Listen, sometimes things happen in life, and you just gotta exhale.
Keep
focused, which
never happens.
We're always accused of staying focused. I mean, we've never been derailed. Our entire first episode that might be aired, actually, I think it's our promo intro.
I don't think it's
and it's in the end credits and everything else. I mean, that might have been an entire botched, derailed episode.
That was 2 hours of nothing.
That was 2 hours of greatness. At some point in time, we're gonna have a how to not to.
How was Christmas?
How was our Christmas? Why are you yelling at me?
My Christmas was phenomenal.
Did you get a bike?
No, I already have some of those. No,
I didn't get a bike either.
No, I got a great gift from the wife. I got the Pinky Blinders vinyl.
All right, we're derailed. We need to stop.
I knew he was going somewhere with it.
Oh man.
Anyways, I see. I lost our train of thought. Do you know what we were even talking about?
Start up the second part 2.
There's 2 parts to this?
Yeah. No.
Sweet Jesus. You know what? We're just going to end it. Reverse deuces. And we're live with this fight. Light. PJ in the background, but nobody actually. So I guess the next question would be the gear, because this one's not as rapid fire.
Why?
Everybody has seen, and we did the first episode. You heard us talking about it for a split second. Everybody's seen the road bikers, and they wear the Spanx that are very revealing. And there's some people out there that they should not be wearing that.
I'm one that shouldn't be wearing that.
Does it help?
Yes.
Like the shirt and the pants and
the cycling stuff you see, the guys, the Tour de France, the pro mountain bike racing.
Oh, no. I'm talking about old local Jim Bob.
Yeah. So
who's like trying to lose weight but still a solid, 3 hundo, and you question the suspension on the bike wearing Spanx that you didn't know would stretch that far.
So the reason for that, so for the jersey top itself.
Yeah.
So it's all about heat transfer and trying to get that sweat. Why do we wear dry fit stuff in disc golf world? Why do we have that? Because we want to.
PGA makes us.
Because it helps you. It helps you perspire and get that moisture off your skin to help cool you down.
Okay.
Same idea in the cycling world. Yes, in cycling world we have pockets built into the back of them.
Right.
So reverse kangaroo pouches, so that way we can carry our cell phone, our tire, our repair kits, our gels, our energy to keep us going. Yeah, and there's different cuts of fabric for people that are a lot thinner and more. So the shorts that you see, there is actually a pad built into them to keep it more comfortable on the padding itself. So, I mean, on the saddle itself, so it's there for a reason. Same idea also, it's compression material to help with blood flow and circulation. So, like some of the companies we work with, like Pearl Zumi is one of our big clothing companies. They have this, like that black short that you see a lot of the guys wearing.
Yeah.
Has this cooling effect.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So, but it will drop the temperature against your skin by 10 to 15 degrees. So, unfortunately, I grabbed a pair of those on a 40-degree morning.
Freezing your.
Oh yeah, I unfortunately tested it at 40 degrees. It's a little bit chillier in spots you don't need it to be. So, but the other thing is too, a lot of our clothing has. I mean, there's some even safety stuff. They have built-in sunscreen now into them.
Okay, I mean, I get because I wear a lot of SPF shirts and stuff like that.
So we have that now.
Outside all the time.
We have a couple clothing companies. Scott has where they have like a graphene material, like it's pretty cool sciencey type stuff that is designed to be like rash guard. So it's a thin shirt material. Like
so
this.
Is that's for like the long distance runners who like have to put tape on their nipples because they start bleeding because they ran too far?
No, it would be
something like that.
No,
that's like tape built in for your nips.
No, it's
That's
more.
An episode from Office.
Yes, I know that episode.
I don't know. I don't watch The Office.
Yeah, I know that episode.
Parks and Rec.
Yeah,
I mean, that was my show. Office is.
But it's designed in certain areas, like when you crash, like in your shoulder, your arms, down your hip pad, so you don't tear up your skin.
You don't get a road rash.
Right. Like Scott has a video on their website, on their Facebook page of them taking this material to a belt sander with a balloon and holding this fabric against a belt sander with a balloon, and it's not getting to
What
the
was
balloon.
the grid on the belt sander?
I don't know, maybe 2,000. Would you like me to reach out to them?
Kind of.
I will find out.
It was a use.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they just got done sanding down something else, I guess. Oh, contractors. Yeah, exactly.
Favorite brand, actually.
Oh man, that's tough.
Oh,
yeah,
because you got Sponsor Pacific people and everything else.
No, we have we have amazing.
You're like a main.
Right, we don't have a main brand here. We're not like some of these shops where you have like one core or two core brands.
So because you do like Scott, Niner,
Niner, Revel, Orbea, our Marin bicycles, a German company called Coretech, like
Shimano, all that kind of stuff.
Well, that's your part you put onto it, but for we have six. Yeah, we have 6 really great brands. It's tough, man. I mean, I just got one of the new Scott.
What I was gonna say, what do you ride?
So my current road bike, I say current because you never know what happens. Something gets sold. It's hanging up there on the wall. I got a Scott
There's a lot hanging up on the wall. That isn't up at all.
It's the gray one up there.
There's only 9
gray ones up there. Yeah. So my current road bike, I have a Scott Attic road bike. Love that bike. Full carbon frame. Just a great endurance platform. My gravel bike is from Coretech. It's called an all-road carbon C1. Phenomenal gravel bike. Mountain bike, I'm on 2. I have an e-bike, because my bad joke is I have that to keep up with my wife, or to keep up with my friends, if I have those when I ride. But I wanted to get into the e-bike world a little bit and try it, and I'm on a Scott e-bike called the Patron.
That sounds like you're just one step away from retirement. You already got the e-bike?
Don't tease me with fun time right now. Retirement sounds great. But then
I don't have to pedal the whole time?
So, but my mountain bike, cross country, like my race bike, I have this amazing bike from Revel, which is a small independent company based out of Colorado.
Shout out Revel.
I have a Revel Ranger, absolute phenomenal bike. Like I rode one that I custom built for somebody. We had just kind of started building a relationship with this company. And kudos to those guys too, because when I built this first bike, it was kind of during the realm of COVID, and they pretty much was like, "Hey, we like the idea about maybe partnering with you, but we need to stay solid to our core group right now.
Yeah,
we'll talk to you after COVID." And then we just picked up with them, about 16, 18 months ago.
Okay,
amazing brand. I was able to get, like I said, one of those Rangers and custom build it out to what I would like
specs.
To my specs.
Yeah.
Great bike, solid build.
Cool.
My wife's on a Coretech iLink full suspension bike. She's got a gravel bike from State Bicycles. So yeah, I mean, we got a kind of a mixed bag household because everyone does something phenomenal. Like everyone makes a great product in our family. It's finding what fits you the best.
It's the same, in the disc golf world. Like everybody's got something they're good at making. Right. Everybody makes good
and
stuff.
I have a lot of friends that are big in the mixed bag in the disc golf because this driver may work better, but I like their bids better from this guy.
Right.
It's kind of like how I feel with so if you're asking, I like if any of my bikes can feel like it can be more than just one object. Like, kind of like the Alton Brown. Like you don't want to have that one unitasker.
Yeah.
I want it to be able to do a little bit of everything. So like my race bike, I can race on it, but I can do my endurance races on it. So I don't have to have 2 bikes.
Yeah.
My road bike is a phenomenal fast bike, but if I want to go ride 100 miles on that bike, I know it's going to be comfortable for that type of long distance.
Right.
My gravel bike from Coretech.
Yeah, so you just kind of piece the bikes out the way you need it.
No, I mean, pretty
what
much
you want.
Other than my
style,
Revel.
but your style. Well, I'm saying just in general between your Scott and your Revel, and so you kind of fit them out that way for what you're doing.
Right, yeah, because my gravel bike, other than my upgrades on my wheels and my particular little attributes that way, like if I want to go bike packing and put a rear rack on that thing, go disappear in the woods and go camp,
right,
that bike can do that.
Yeah.
So, but if I want to take it off and go do the Unbound gravel, or like a friend of mine's actually borrowing my gravel bike to go do this Iceland race.
Mm-hmm.
To help out a friend, he, that bike can do that type of stuff. So I particularly look for something that I feel it's not just one verse. I want something more like
Right.
more unitasker in a way.
You got to
so.
try the
I
brands
got a
out.
question.
Yeah.
So you were just talking about the Iceland.
Yep, the Rift
He's
race.
taking the bike to Iceland.
Yep.
What is the shipment like that? Do you take the bike completely apart?
So we do have travel cases now. We are trying to like.
I'm gonna pause you for 2
Yeah, sure.
seconds. PJ just turned this into like an hour-long episode.
No, it won't. It won't.
Just by asking more questions by himself. I'm just throwing this.
I did.
I will talk all night, and I know you love bikes, and
Right.
you'll talk
Yeah.
all night, especially about bikes. But
I mean,
I
Yeah.
just want to make sure that
Yeah.
30 minutes question. That's what you just did.
So there are travel cases, so you can pack a bike down to make this happen. Unfortunately, I've had
They're hard shell plastic, right?
no,
Oh,
unfortunately,
but
not
there
anymore.
are those. Though.
There are those, but I've had that misfortunate with the
Oh.
airlines. You
Oh, no.
remember this story?
Oh yes,
Yes.
I do.
yeah. I was supposed,
Oh, that was great.
I was supposed to be at a bike.
Shout
event.
out Tampa Airport.
Well, not Tampa Airport. It wasn't them. It was the airlines I was flying with, and the lady not understanding how to measuring something. So show up to the airport with my bike in my hard case, ready to ship that. I know this case has been around the world because we rent them here for people to do this stuff.
It's not like you're putting this thing in the overhead.
No, it's
You
not.
gotta like check it in.
You
and
gotta check
everything
it
else.
in.
Yeah.
It's 5 a.m. at the airport. At this point, my fiance, Super Trooper, drove me to the airport. I get to the check-in, and the lady's like, "Yeah, your case is not going to work." I'm like, "Excuse me?" And she's like, she measures it, but measures it's wrong. But I'm not going to sit here and go in that debate. She's measuring over a curve, not across, whatever. So I'm like, "All right." She's like, "Well, your only option is to mail it." I'm like, "Are you?"
You're going up for a race.
Yeah. I'm like, "So are you guys gonna pay for it? Because I need this bike tomorrow there."
Yeah.
So I don't get to take my bike on the trip. My lovely wife decides to turn back around on I-4.
What's your new method for
So-
shipping a bike via flying?
So there are some new soft cases that are getting down in dimensions.
Okay.
So
And it still protects the bike.
Still protects the bike. It's a heavy foam material. The other nice thing with this is allowing to carry some extra stuff with you too. So there's going to be some stuff that we're going to be able to pack in the case to travel, even though it is a soft case. So, so that is something that we're looking into. There are some companies that have offered, "Hey, we'll ship your bike to those events. You just have to drop your bike off in a week's in advance, and then they will create it over there via shipping or cargo or whatever." So,
I guess to piggyback on PJ's question, if when you ship a bike via flying whatever, does that throw the bike like for the lack of a better term in my ignorance, like the alignment off and stuff like that? Like, you have to sit there and
so like one of the reasons why with the Iceland, I'm not going to be so heavily involved with like the day of the race. Like I may meet them along the way just to check on them and everything else, but it's really more I'm going along because to pack them in these cases, you're taking derailleurs and wheels and disc brakes and handlebars off and everything else. So everything needs to be relined, recentered, recalibrated. So, and you're talking 6 to 10 people going at the average of an hour. I know some people are like, "Oh, I can get it done faster." Yeah, I'm a little bit more
roughly 10 hours worth of work.
Yeah,
bikes.
exactly. Right. So,
so you got full on day.
Yeah, and then breaking it
you
back down.
don't want to do it like right before.
Oh yeah. So I mean, like and even like what I do for Unbound. Like Unbound for me is that race is on Sunday. So Sunday morning at 3 a.m. I'm usually awake because my creatures of habit are awake and walking around the house trying to get their stuff ready. But not saying that's the start of the day. I've already helped them prep water bottles, prep food, prep meals, prep everything else going into it on Friday. Like Friday to me is Saturday for me is casework day. Friday. Friday is casework day, like prepping all this stuff down and getting it all ready for them, getting everything in crates and coolers and getting all this stuff ready. Having pressure washers, that's now a big thing we got to carry with us, like portable pressure washers.
Yeah.
Because the clay sticks to everything.
Shout out Ryobi.
I think we're using DeWalt.
So do I. Shout out DeWalt.
Yeah.
Step aside, Ryobi.
So, but
unless you want to sponsor us, then shout out Ryobi.
Yeah, we'll take whoever. So, but then after the event, it's actually the breakdown. So like for Dave, like part of the thing, like we get back and like I've cleaned the bike, clean it up top to bottom, get all the mud, get all the debris, get everything else off, tune up the bike, relube everything, check everything out top to bottom. These guys that I'm going to Iceland with is going to be helping them box them up, helping them put them back in the packaging and everything else.
Yeah.
So, and then getting them on an airplane. And then getting back to the U.S. and doing it all over again. So, yeah. So it's going to be a 4-time.
It's a lot of work. Just from start of like getting everything, just getting the bike there.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of work.
Yeah. It's a big undertaking.
Because you put it in the case or whatever here.
Yeah,
I mean, when you got 10 racers, do you do all that here, or are they kind of more?
Some of the guys are going to be doing their own stuff. Some of them
will pay you to do it for them, take care of that, so they don't have to worry about it and whatever else. Which I guess that's kind of part of the why you should have a local bike shop and rub elbows and make friends and everything else, right? Because then you kind of get those friendships and everything else going.
You get that relationship working and understanding what this particular customer needs over what this guy needs.
Right.
You know, and especially when it comes down to like events, like, you know, it is going to be that how hard can I pep talk them before they're going to break down and go, hey, I'm just done.
Oh.
Yeah. That's even a side of this too. So, because I've had that situation at one of the
checkpoints. Weather's bad. They're in last place or whatever.
There's a great story that we'll talk about.
Yeah.
So,
well, at some point in time, we got to have a life episode.
Yeah.
Which we haven't done yet, and we'll probably do a life episode where I think we just tell stories.
Okay.
I got a bunch for just in the disc golf world of things that are happening, everything else. Some are funny, some are serious, whatever else. I'm sure you got the same stuff going on in the bike world. And then we have shared experiences actually in the disc golf and bike world because I'm at this shop all the time. I don't ride bikes, but the mountain biking community knows who I am because I'm always here hanging out. Definitely talking way too much, but meet the mountain bike community, they're doing the same thing. So exactly. I'm not by myself. But with that being said, we're going to wrap the episode up. We're going to change it up a little bit. It's
Leroy at Leroy's Bike Works, and on Instagram, Leroy's Bike Works. Yep. And then we have
Caleb Henson, Chain Monster. Please like, share, and subscribe this video. The links are going to be in the description for following us. And if y'all could just go ahead and like it, share it,
tell your
look
friends,
at the other stuff, tell your friends
mothers
about it, suggest it, laugh at it, thumbs up it, thumbs down it. I don't care. Any publicity is good publicity.
Right.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
Why are we recording this?
This is good episode.